how to make extra money in real estate. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make extra money in real estate without ever buying a house, without ever taking out a mortgage, without ever driving anybody around in your car, in a little known real estate niche that very few people know about. It's inexpensive to start, it's fast to learn, and all that you need is a phone and an internet connection to get started. And be sure to stay on till the end, because in the end, I'm going to give you access to a free resource that will give you more advanced training and help you get started in this business. The business is called Overages. It's one very few people know about that I want to teach you about. So what it's based upon is when a property is lost at a foreclosure sale, either tax foreclosure because someone didn't pay their real estate taxes, or mortgage foreclosure, when that property is auctioned off for more than the debt, then the former owner can claim that extra leftover money, and that money is called overages money. And this happens all the time. When you think about tax foreclosure auctions, typically the property is sold for 3 to 4 years worth of unpaid taxes. On a property that's, say, average house in America, which is a $400,000 house, you're probably talking about $50,000 worth of taxes, even including interest and penalties. That house is going to sell for 70, 75% of value, sometimes even 80. Let's just say it sells for 75% of its value. So it sells for $300,000 at the auction. Obviously, the bidder at auction is thrilled. He got a $400,000 house for $300,000. That man or woman is jumping in the streets, really excited at the great deal they just got. But think about the other part of this. The government collected $300,000 at that auction. They need $50,000 to pay the taxes, which means there's $250,000 left over. The question is, what happens to that money? Well, that's the overages money. That's the money that the former owner can claim because it really represents the equity in their house. The creditor, I can tell you it's an attorney, the creditor's entitled to take the money that they're owed, but not a penny more. The equity goes to the former owner. But here's the catch. They have to apply for that money and then they can get it. If they don't apply, they don't get it and the government just keeps it. So you don't want that to happen. But the problem is, people don't know about the money. They have no idea there even could be any extra money because people, when they lose their house at foreclosure sale, they're depressed, distressed, down in the dirt, and they're not thinking, I wonder if there's money for me. Instead, they're thinking, well, where am I going to live? I have terrible credit. I don't have any money. I don't have money to move. What do I do? How do I tell the kids? Can I take the dog? Really difficult things. So they're not thinking about, overages money. They're sure not consulting with an attorney because they're not going to pay an attorney hundreds of dollars an hour for something they don't even think they could do. So they just kind of slink off. And mathematically speaking, studies that have been done on this have shown that over 70% of the money never gets claimed. 30% approximately gets claimed, 70% doesn't get claimed. So literally hundreds of millions of dollars is forfeited to the government each and every year simply because people don't know about the money. So here's where we come back to you. How do you make money with this? Well, it's really simple. You have an overages business where you're finding the lists of monies that are being held. You're reaching out to the people to tell them the good news that there's a refund they qualify for. You're offering to get the money for a percentage. When they say yes, you go in to get the money and you keep your percentage. Really simple, straightforward business, and an amazingly profitable business. Take a look at this list. This is an actual overages list showing money's left over from sales that are being held by the government. Just look at those amounts. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not a surprise because houses are worth a lot of money and taxes are not very much compared to the value of the house. So naturally there's lots of money sitting there. And for us, we charge 30 to 40% depending on the size of the claim and the complexity. So we charge 30 to 40%. Imagine if you were making 30 to 40% of the kind of monies that you see on your screen. That's what this business is about. And to be fair, the person who owned the house gets the lion's share of the money. They're getting 60 to 70% of the money. We're getting 30 to 40%. So it's a good deal for everybody. So what you do is you get the list, and then we show you how to contact the owners. And what you need to contact them is you need their contact information. So we show you the services that can get you their Facebook ID, so you can send them a Facebook message, their LinkedIn, their phone number, their email, their home address. And what you're going to do is you're going to contact them. Now, generally, I just pick up the phone and call people, but you can send them messages through Facebook. You can You can send them a letter, you can send them a postcard, you can reach out on the phone like we do. Anyway, reach out to them, start establishing a conversation, and see if they're interested. I can tell you that they're interested. It just takes a little time to get them to come around to the fact that this is a real opportunity. So just talk to them, establish some rapport. Don't be pushy, just be kind to them. They've been through a lot. So just be nice to them. And once you establish some rapport and you get clear with them, look, we found this money that you qualify for. We'll do all the work. We'll put in for the refund. If it doesn't work out, we won't charge you a penny. We don't need a deposit. Heck, I don't even need your social security number or bank account information because this isn't about that. It has nothing to do with those things. So once you can get that message across and someone thinks, well, what do I have to lose? I mean, all I have to do is give them permission to go forward and they'll go and chase the money. If it works out, I get a big windfall. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't cost me anything. Like, I should try this. And to get them to that point, you just have to talk to them a couple times. Just communicate with them. Be kind to them. This money typically sits around for years before it forfeits to the government, so you have plenty of time to do it. And just spend the time with them. So as I like to say, this is a great business for nice people. So just don't be too harsh on them. They've been through it. So after they say yes, then we have people that will go out for you and get the people signed up, meaning they'll sign the papers. So typically those people charge anywhere from $60 to a maximum of $100, depending on how far they have to travel. If your client's way out in the country and they have to drive 40 miles, it's gonna be $100 by the time you're done. But more typically, someone's in a little suburb that's not particularly far, and that's a $60 sign up. So they sign up the papers, and part of what I do is I supply the papers for you. I'm an attorney, so that's part of what I developed. And I've been doing this business for over 10 years, so I know the business inside out. So you have them sign the papers, which are essentially giving you written permission to go pursue this. You turn in the claim, the government will process it. Typically takes them a couple months. They'll send you a check, you deposit it into your business bank account, send them their portion, keep your portion, everybody smiles, and you go on your way to your next deal. Really great business. Also, each deal typically takes 8 to 10 hours to do. So this is business where you're calling people up, and that is your main occupation, is calling people up, telling them the good news, see which ones want to work with you, and you just put them in your hopper. It's like having a pipeline of profits sitting there developing for you. So you keep putting them in your pipeline, and over time they mature and they drop out piles of cash on the other end. It is a really great part-time business and a way to make extra money in real estate that in a way is not real estate. It's real estate related, which is really interesting about it. But it doesn't involve taking out mortgages or taking risk or emptying out your savings account to try to fix and flip a property. It also doesn't involve dealing with tenants, toilets, contractors, and termites, all of which I prefer never to deal with. It is really an amazing business, and I think you're really going to like it. So I want you to have a chance to give this a fair assessment. So I've recorded a video that's called Intro to the Overages Business that I want you to go watch, and it's entirely free. It's going to give you more details about this business and help you get started if this is something you choose to do. I think it's a great business, very low cost to start, low cost to run. You can run it part-time, or you can grow it into a full-time thing. I've grown this into a full-time business, and it's amazing. You make a lot of money, you help a lot of people, and you'll be really proud of what you do. So your next step is, if you see a link up above, then go to that. Sometimes you won't see them because some browsers don't support it. So if you see that, then click on the link. If you don't see the link, just click down below the description of the video and you'll see the Intro to Overages video. Go check that out. I'll see you over there. I can't wait to share this amazing business with you because I want to empower you to go help people, to go make the money that you want to make, have a great life, and be doing great work. So click on the link and I'll see you over in the Intro to Overages video.